In this lesson, let's talk about a model space and its features. Now, the first part of our lesson would be out of the AutoCAD, and we'll be talking on model space and the grid lines. But after that, we're going to come back to the AutoCAD and do some line works and use what we've learned out of the AutoCAD. The model space is actually an infinite-sized virtual grid to help us draw our models in better shapes, and AutoCAD helps itself by that infinite-sized virtual grid to track where any objects on that grid line are. Now, if we want to have a picture of that grid line, have a better picture of that grid line on our head, we'll name it as our usual graph paper that we use for some math and stuff. Now, to do all that tracking and stuff, AutoCAD uses some baselines. One of those baselines is the x-axis, which runs through east and west, and another one is the y-axis, which runs through south and north. And all of these baselines have got some numbers on that, which these numbers are going to be used to represent coordinates on this virtual grid line. And AutoCAD uses these baselines as a way of identifying any location on the grid. AutoCAD, which and these coordinates, finds those coordinates using these numbers, and AutoCAD references coordinates using the format x, y. And all this system which AutoCAD is using is called the Cartesian Coordinate System. And this red point here, which you see, this is actually the center of both of these lines, and it's actually the coordinate value of 0, 0, and this point has got a name, and that is called the origin. Now we're going to pick some points and see if we can figure out what are the coordinate values of those. The first point is 7, 6, 7 in the positive x direction, and 6 in the positive y direction. Now the next point is here, and now we're going to figure it out. As we take a look here, it's -5 in x direction and +3 in y direction. As we see, -5, 3. The other point we pick is right here, and it is a value of +9 in x direction and -7 in the y direction. AutoCAD uses all these points and lines to maintain the accuracy of our geometry in AutoCAD. As you see, I'm back in AutoCAD. I'm sitting in the default drawing 1, and we're going to see those features here in AutoCAD. You see here this little cube that has got the x and y on both sides of it, and this is called the UCS, and it's here to help us to find the coordinates here. The red line you see here, this red line represents x direction, and the green line represents the positive part of the y direction on our grid. Now, as I move my cursor here on our virtual grid line, take a look at here. Those are the coordinates where my cursor is, and it changes constantly as my cursor moves constantly. If I don't move it, it just stops. Now we're going to create some circles here. I'm going to launch my circle, and I'm going to create the circle with just the coordinates. We're going to type 25, 25 and press enter. As you see, our circle has been created. We just need to give it a radius, and I'm going to give it a radius of 5 and enter, and here it is. I'm going to launch the circle command again. I'm going to type this time 75 in the X direction, and 25 in Y direction. Press enter and give it a 5 units of radius again, and we're going to launch the line command, and we're going to create this line from center of this circle to the center of the other circle. I'm going to just type the coordinate here, 25 and 25, enter. It's right there. Again, I'm going to type 75, 25, enter. My line is created. I'm going to press the escape button. As we said, all these coordinates and this Cartesian system and all that is here to help to maintain the accuracy of our geometries in AutoCAD.